Okay folks, I'll be quite frank with you here. If the Scots vote in Nicola Sturgeon and her batshit crazy SNP party into government at the next election they have up there, then they deserve everything they get. Now, I know there are Scots in Scotland who hate her guts. I know there are Scots in Scotland who are sick and tired of the SNP. I know there are Scots in Scotland who don't want Scotland to be independent and want it to be part of the British Union still. But these people really need to up their game if they're to get rid of her. Because her and her party's crazy, insane, woke policies, it's running that country into the ground. So apart from encouraging wee little kids to decide what gender they want to be without telling their parents, but instead confiding in their teachers to their near Soviet-like so-called hate speech laws, where any Scottish citizen can face up to 7 years in prison simply for saying the wrong thing, practicing wrongthink, and making some snowflake lefty cry. And of course, let's not forget the time that the members of the SNP, including Nicola Sturgeon herself, tweeted support for a lawless gang of lefties who all prevented immigration officials from doing their jobs and deporting a handful of illegal migrants. And on top of those, this so-called COVID pandemic has gifted Nicola Sturgeon and her socialist nutcases in the SNP a license to dictate people's lives even more draconian. Because she's just gone on record to insist that Scotland will have to implement the mask mandate for up to 6 years. And I can't believe that free people in Scotland will put up with that shit. Of course, the lockdown enthusiasts and the jab Nazis up there and the Twitter mob, they'll be cock-a-hoop. But it's proven that even though Scotland and Wales have the jab passports and have far more stricter lockdown rules than England, their COVID cases are higher, which proves that their strict measures simply don't work. Neither Drakeford nor Sturgeon give a flying fig about people's social lives or businesses, as long as these two socialist idiots get to tell people what to do and have control. That's all that matters. Even Scotland's National Clinical Director has admitted that closing nightclubs and cancelling football fixtures has made little to no difference to Scotland's coronavirus case numbers compared with a more liberal regime here in England. And she even had the gall to insist that the tough measures she imposed on hospitality and large events from Boxing Day have worked, despite her own government's figures showing that Scotland has a higher COVID rate than England. And as for her plans to extend the jab passports in Scotland, well, apart from the fact that they're illiberal and discriminatory, they don't actually work. Figures show this. And as for her insisting that wearing a mask for years to come in Scotland will help the Scots live with a pandemic, well, here's a photo of her talking to Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, at the COP26 event in Glasgow, and it didn't bother her then. When are people going to wake up and realise that those in government or those in power don't stick to the rules that they insist that the rest of us live by? And the socialist ones are the worst. Now, Boris Johnson may be a buffoon and a clown, but we should thank our lucky stars here in England he hasn't gone down the draconian measures that have been implemented by Sturgeon and Drakeford. So better the devil you know. Think about that when the time comes and you have to choose between Labour and the Conservatives the next time there's an election. Anyway, that's my video. Hope you enjoy. Please let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like what I do, if you wish to support my channel, then by all means you can buy me a beer. The link is down below. And also don't forget you can join me on GETTR or GETTR. All your favourite like-minded YouTubers are also on there. It's like Twitter, but you can say what you like and the bedwetting lefties can't do a single thing about it. And that's that. So comment, share, subscribe, share my stuff everywhere. Join me on GETTR. I'll see you again soon. And until my next video, Roger Trout.